Chiranjeevi, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Aditya University. Today I am going to discuss array programs. At the end of this lecture, student will be able to apply the concept of arrays to solve complex problems. Now in this lecture, I will cover how to read and display array elements and how to working with indexes and how to find sum of array elements, to find average of array elements, and we will write a program to find smallest number in an array and largest number in an array. Now the first program is write a C program to read elements in array and display array elements. Now we need to read the elements from user and then we need to display them. Now to do this, now first of all you need to declare an array. So we have declared an array inside the main function. So this is the array declaration. Now whenever you write a of 10, immediately what will happen, it will allocate memory for 10 number of elements. So indexes are 0. In array the indexes starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the array index starts from 0 and it is always up to size minus 1. So size you declare 10, so size minus 1, 10 minus 1, that is 9. 9 is the last index in this array. So now for this indexes, I have taken an initializer, that is I, and n is the variable which will ask user to tell the size of the array he want to take. Okay, so now he asked user enter the size of array, so user given n. So in this program the size of the array given 5, so the 5 will be stored in this % of n. So address of n, 5 will be stored. Now after that, so you are here in this program, you are reading 5 elements. So multiple elements you need to read. Now to read multiple elements, what we need to do? Now we need to use loop. We can use for loop, we can use while loop, or we can use do while loop also. So if you want to read only one element, so you can write only one scanf function and that variable by using ampersand directly you can read. But here as we need to read multiple elements, so here I have taken a loop, so which will read from index 0 the n. So the index value started at 0, so I value is 0, then I less than n, so 0 less than 5. Okay, so you got I value 0, so 0 less than 5, so 0 less than 5 true. So now you are reading an element for the a of I. Okay, so a of I, so currently I value is 0, so a of 0 you are reading the element. So array name I am writing here, so a of 0 you are writing. So here the a of 0 value user inputted is 10, so 10 will be stored in the 0th index. So after reading that 0th index value, again you will update the I index value, so that is I plus plus. Now I plus plus I value by default it will add plus 1, so I value now it will become 1. Now it will again check I less than n, so 1 less than n value 5, so that is also true. So this is true earlier, this is also true now. True, if true again you will read a ampersand of a of I value, so I value currently 1, so a of 1 value, so a of 1 value user entered 20, so 20 will be stored in the index 1. Similarly, now again you will update I plus plus, I value became 2. Now when I value 2, 2 less than 5, this is also true. If this is true, you will read the element at array at second index, so that is user entered 30, so 30 will be at index 2 it will store. Similarly again I plus plus, after storing I value 3, 3 less than 5, true. Now ampersand of a of 3 you will store, so that is 40 will be stored at index 3. Now after that again I plus plus, I value now 4 less than 5, this is also true. So the last user entered value is 50, now 50. Now after that again I plus plus, I value, now your condition is I less than n, so I value 5, n value 5, 5 less than 5, now this condition is false. If condition is false, now will come outside the loop. Now when this condition I less than n 5, 5 less than 5, this is false, now you will come outside the loop. Outside the loop there is a message array elements are, so that is why array elements are printed. Now you read 5 elements, these are the 5 elements what you read, that is stored in the memory. Now what happened here, now in this array initially the memory declared for 10 elements, now user read only 5 elements, so this is the memory user has used. Now from index 5 to index 10, this memory is wasted, this memory is wasted. So wasted memory, memory wasted. So now as you read the elements into the memory, now you can display those elements. Now to display, because we need to display multiple elements, so again here we have used a loop. So again you need to display elements from index 0. So the I value you have initialized to 0. Now 0 less than 1. So again this is true. If it is true, now this time you are printing. Now when you are reading, you are used scanf every time. So now you are printing, so you need to use printf function. So printf is used. Now you are simply printing. Now to access the array elements, we use index. Okay, so simply a of 0 value is 10. So 10 is displayed. So 10 is displayed. So 10 is displayed. After that, displaying a of 0, you will update. Now earlier I value is 0. So 0 less than, so that is 5. So 10 is printed. Now after that I plus plus, now I value became. Now this time it will check 1 less than 5. This is also true. If this is true, you are printing a of 1 value. So a of 1 value is 20. So 20 is displayed. Now after that again I plus plus, I value is 2. 2 less than 5. Now if it is true, again you are printing a of 2 value. A of 2 value is 30. So 30 is displayed. Now after that again I plus plus. So I value now 3. Now 3 less than 5, again it is true. So if it is true, you are printing a of 3 value. A of 3 value is 40. So 40 is displayed. Now after that again I plus plus, I value will 4. 4 less than 5. So this is also true. So if it is true, you are printing a of 4 value. A of 4 value is 50. 50 is also. After that again we will update I value. Now I value is 5. So 5 less than 5. 5 less than 5, this is false. If this is false, control will come outside the loop. So outside the loop, return 0 statement is there. So this return 0 will exit the main function. So that means the program execution is done. So it will stop. So by the time you will print 10, 20, 30, 40. So in this program, user has read the elements from user dynamically by using a scanf, and then user has displayed those elements what he entered. Now the next program is, now how we can use indexes to read elements and display elements. So how we can work with the indexes, we can say. Okay, so in the earlier program I have read 5 elements and I printed all 5 elements. What if you want to print a particular element in the array, or you want to print only first element and last 2 elements? In that case you can use indexes of the array so that you can display whatever elements you need to display, or you can perform any other operation you want. So in this program we are writing to work with the indexes. So here also user entered declared a array of size 10. So first of all, whenever user declared array of size 10, what will happen? Immediately it will allocate memory for 10 elements. So index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now for this I is for initialization and n is the number of elements user entering. So after that, so user is reading how many elements he want to enter. So he, in this case, user given n value 5. So 5 will be stored in this variable n at address, ampersand address. Okay, ampersand means it will notify the address of the variable n. Now user will read multiple elements, so that's why here also for loop is used. Now so in array you can read from the first index, that is 0. So I value initialized to 0. So here also you have started I equal to 0. So now I less than n, 0 less than n. So 0 less, this is true. So similarly you can read up to I value 4. So 4 less than 5, true. So these all conditions true. So you will read 5 elements. So when I value 5, 5 less than 5, that is false. When this is false, control will come outside the loop. So by the time you will read this 10, 20, 30. So 10, 20, and this memory will be wasted. Memory waste. Okay, so memory waste, because you have specified size is 5. So 5 elements memory allocated, remaining 5 elements memory was wasted. Now after that you are displaying whatever elements you read, 10, 20, 30 and 40, 50. So now what you are displaying here? Now look at here. So you are printing the first index element only, first element index and fourth index element, and rest of the elements you are not accessing at all. So here to print the elements in the array, simply you can write a printf statement and respect to array name and index. So now if you see a printf statement %ld will represent the integer value and then a of 1. A of 1 means array index 1. So array index 1 the value is 20. So this statement will print the value 20. And a of 4 value if you see that is last index value, so that is 50. So your output is 20 and 50. Okay, so you are accessing only two elements, that is a array of index 1 and array of index 4. So that is why the output is 20 and 50. Similarly, you can access any other element also by simply specifying the array name and with respective index. So after printing a of 4, return 0 means program execution is over, so the main function will terminate. So this is how you can directly display the array elements by using the index. You can also read array elements by using indexes. So here as you read multiple elements, so you have written ampersand of a of I. You can also specify like directly you can specify scanf, and then you can specify ampersand and array index. So at that index it will directly. So the next program is write a C program to find sum of array elements. So in this program we will find out the total sum of array elements we have read from the user. So here also we have declared a array of size 10. So whenever you declare a array of size 10, immediately it will allocate the memory like this. So indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and then 9. Okay. Now after declaration, so you have taken I is for initialization purpose and then n is for the number of elements you want to take the array size, and then because you are finding sum of array elements, so we have declared a sum variable and initially I am assigning the sum value to 0. Okay. So this is a new variable I have taken here. Now I am asking user enter the size of array. So user is given ampersand n. So here we have given n value 5. So the 5 will be stored at ampersand of address of n. So 5 elements memories we are using, so that is index 0 to index 4. These are the 5 elements we will read. These are the 5 indexes we will read. So remaining memory will be wasted. Now in this I am reading the 5 elements by using a loop, as we are reading multiple elements. So I am using a for loop. So again here also I value 0. So 0 less than 5, that is I less than n. So I is 0 and n is 5, so 0 less than 5. So this is true. You will read the first element, so that is 10. So 10 will be stored here. Similarly to I equal to 4, 4 less than 5, that is true. Okay, so 20, 30, 40, 50 will be stored here. 20, 30, 40, 50 will be stored here. So these all are true cases. Okay, so now when I value 5, 5 less than 5, that is false case. When false, by the time this condition gets false, 5 less than 5, so you will read all 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, they will be stored in the memory. Now when it is 5 less than 5, that is false. Now control will come outside. Now it will display the element array elements are, so that is why it will be displaying a message array elements are. So after displaying, now what we are doing here, now again you are displaying all the 5 elements and then you are finding the sum also. After finding the sum, you are printing only once. Now see what you are doing. So now here, now I value is 0. Now it will check 0 less than 5, I less than 5, so 0 less than 5. So this is true. If this is true, what you are doing, you by using the index you are printing the element. So a of I, so I value currently 0, so a of 0 value you are printing. A of 0 is 10, so this is array name. So a of 0 is 10, so 10 is printed. After printing 10, you are finding the sum. So sum value you have declared here, that is 0. So 0 plus a of 0 value, a of 0 value, that is 10. So overall you will get 10. So now the updated value of sum. So here I am writing the sum value. So sum value initially 0, now updated to, now after updation from here again it will go to updation of iterator. Now I plus plus, now I value 1, now 1 less than 5, this is also true. If it is true, you are printing a of 1 value, a of 1 value, a of 1 is 20. So 20 will be displayed. After that you are finding sum. Now updated sum value is 10. So 10 plus a of i. A of I means I value 1, a of 1 value. A of 1 value is 20. So 10 plus that is 20 equal to, you will get 30. So now sum value is updated to, okay. Now after that, updating sum value again I plus plus, I value 2, 2 less than 5, this is also true. If this is true, now again you are printing element a of I. So I value currently to a of 2 value you will print. A of 2 value, that is, so 30 will be printed. After printing you are finding sum. So sum value is 30 plus a of 2 value. A of 2 value is also 30. So 30 plus 30. Now you updated the sum value to 60. Now 60. So after that again update I value. So I value this time 3. So 3 less than 5. This is true. This is true. Now you are printing a of I. A of 3 value you will print. So already sum value is 60 plus a of 3 value, that is 30. So 60, you update the sum value to 100. After that, now you will update again I value. So I value now this time I value 4 less than 5. This is true. This is true, you will print a of I. A of 4 value you are printing. A of 4 value how much? 50. So 50 is printed. 50 is printed. So earlier you printed 40. So 50 is printed. After printing 50, you will find the sum. Sum value updated is 100 plus a of 4 value. A of 4 value how much? So 100 plus 50, you got 150 is the final sum value. So after that again you update I plus plus. Now this time I value 5. 5 less than 5, this is false. So by the time you got the sum value, that is 150. Okay. So now because this condition is false when I value 5, so control will come outside the loop. Outside the loop you are printing the sum value. So sum value is 150. So it will print the sum of array elements is 150. Now in the next element, we are writing a C program to find average of elements in array. Now to find average of elements in array, and we need to find first sum of array elements. Okay, if we know the sum of array elements, now we can find the average. So simply average of array elements is nothing but sum of array elements by number of elements. So in this program, so we have declared an array of size 10. So whenever you declared array of size 10, first of all it will allocate the memory for 10 elements, 0 to 9 index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then here you have declared I is for initializer and n is for number of elements and sum is 0. As I said, for average to find you must know the sum. So sum you have initialized to 0 and then you declared a average. So average is always must be declared in float. So the average you will always get in float. So enter the number of elements. So user asked, so user given ampersand n. So here the ampersand n value you are getting 5. So after that you will read the 5 elements. So by using a for loop and scanf inside that. Okay. So this will read all the 5 index values, that is 0 to 4. Now when it will fall, when I value is 5, now 5 less than 5, this is false. Earlier I value 0 to I value 4, this is true in every case. Okay, and when it is 5, then it is false. So here you read the 5 elements as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, after reading 5 elements, now what you are doing? So here you are printing those 5 elements also, you are finding sum also. So you are doing that. So here now I value is 0. So after that you are checking 0 less than 5. So 0 less than 5, that is true. Now you are printing array of 0. Array of 0 is 1. So 1 is displayed. Similarly, after that you are finding sum. So sum value initially 0. 0 plus array of 0 is 1. So 0 plus 1, you are getting 1. Updated sum value is 1. After that from here I plus plus. So I plus plus I value now 1. When I value 1, 1 less than 5. 1 less than 5 is also true. You are printing array of 1 index. Array of 1 index is 2. So you are printing array of 1 means it will print. After printing 2, you are finding sum. So sum earlier value 1 plus now updated value array of 1 is 2. So 1 plus 2 you will get. So updated sum value is 3. Okay, this is nothing but sum value I am updating. Okay, earlier it is 0, then updated to 1, now it is updated to 3. Now after that I plus plus, now I value is 2. 2 less than 5, so that is also true. So these all are true cases. Okay, now when it is true, you are printing a of 2. A of 2 is how much? A of 2 is 3. So 3 is printed. After printing you are finding sum. So updated sum value is 3 plus the a of 2 value is also 3. So 3 plus 3 you are getting 6. Now after updating some value, again I plus plus, I value is 3, 3 less than 5, this is true. So if this is true, again you are printing array of 3. Array of 3 value how much? 4. So 4 is printed. So 4 is printed. After printing 4, you are updating some value till now 6. So 6 plus, now array of 3 is 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So updated some value is 10. After that again I plus plus, I value is 4, 4 less than 5, that is also true. If this is true, you are printing array of 4. Array of 4 value is 5. So 5 is printed. After printing 5, you are finding sum. So sum value updated 10 plus the updated value of, sorry, the array of 4 value is, so 10 plus 5. So updated the sum value is 15. After the I plus plus, now I value is 5 less than, now this is false. When condition false, you will come outside the loop. Outside the loop is here. So you, when this condition is false, you will directly come out. So outside the loop, you have simply written average equal to sum by I. So by the time I value is getting false, so the I value updated to, okay, so I value is 5, so sum is total is 15. So here it is 15 by I value updated 5. So you will get 3 point, because average in float, so both sum is integer, I is integer. So 15 by 5, so you will get 3, but you are storing in float variable, so that's why your output is 3.60. So if you print average, you will get 3, because the integer value you are storing in float, that's why it will be it will be printed to decimal 3.60. Okay, then when it reaches to return 0, it means program execution over, so it will terminate. And the next program is write a C program to find the minimum element in an array. Okay, so here user need to display the smallest element in the array. So what user did? So in this, in main function, user declared an array and initialized. So he specified arrays, he done it static program. So he declared an array of size 7. So when you declared a static array, immediately what will happen? The array will be declared for 7 elements. So that is 0 to 6 indexes. So it's like this. So index 0, 1, 2. Now elements are also, he initialized. So I am storing the elements 100 and then 50 and then 60 and 90, 20. In this array elements, we need to find the smallest element in this array. So for this, he declared a variable that is smallest, because you need to find the smallest element. And now to access these elements, he declared a initializer, that is, okay. Now these elements are stored in the memory like this. Now after that, what he is doing? He is displaying all the elements. So you know, I already discussed this index I equal to 0, 0 less than 7. So this is true. Now it will true up to I equal to 6, 6 less than, when I value is 7, 7 less than 7, this is false. When this I value became 7, it will become false. When it became false, control will come outside the loop. Now outside the loop, you have written the next statement in the, so your control will go to, okay, when this condition is false, control will come here, smallest equal to a of 0. So here the smallest equal to a of 0 is the assumption. So you will take that a of 0 element is the smallest element. That means your smallest value is a of 0. A means array name, 0 means 0 index. So a of 0 is 100. So initial assumption is smallest value is first element, that is 100. Now you will start. Now your index I value 0. Now 0 less than 7, that is also true. Now if it is true, what you will check? Now you will check smallest greater than a of I. Now smallest greater than a of I means, now smallest value you know 100. This is true. So it is true. So control will come inside that loop. You have written an if statement. Now smallest greater than a of I. So smallest value is currently 100. Now greater than a of I value currently 0. That means a of 0 value again 100. 100 greater than 100. Now this is false. If this is false, if the if condition is false, from here itself control can directly go and update the I plus plus. Now if you update I plus plus, I value became, if I value is 1, again it will check condition 1 less than 7. This is true. If this is true, now what will you do? Now again, if the condition is true, you will check, you will come inside, the control will come inside. Now it is checking a smallest greater than a of I. Now smallest value is 100 greater than a of 1. A of 1 how much? Now a of 1 value 50. Now it will check 100 greater than 50. Yes, this is true. Now earlier it is false, but now this time it is 50. If this is true, what you are doing, you are updating smallest value to a of I value. I value 1, that means a of 1 value you are updating to smallest. A of 1 value how much? 50. Now the smallest value you are updating from 100 to 50, that means smallest value is 50 now. Okay. After updating that, control will go back to I plus plus. Now I plus plus I value is now 2 less than 7. This is also true. Now if this is true, now again you will check a condition in if smallest greater than a of I. Now smallest value updated is 50 now. 50 greater than a of I value updated to 2, so a of 2 value, that is 60. Now 50 greater than 60, this is false. If this is false, from this if itself you can go back and update the I value. So I value is 3, so 3 less than 7, so this is also true. If this is true, again you can check smallest value, that is 50 greater than a of 3. A of 3 how much? 90. Okay, 50 greater than 90, again this condition is also false. From here itself, from if itself you can update the I plus plus. Now I value 4, 4 less than 7, that is true. Again you can check smallest value 50 greater than a of 4. A of 4 value 80. 50 greater than 80, again this is also false. If is false, again you update the I plus plus. I value 5, 5 greater than, sorry, 5 less than 7. So 5 less than 7 is true. If this is true, again you can take smallest greater than a of I. Smallest value is 50 greater than a of I value 5. A of 5 value is 20. 50 greater than 20. If this is true, now 50 is greater than 20, true. If this is true, you will go inside, you will check, you will update the smallest value. Smallest value will update a of I. Currently I value is 5, so a of 5, so a of 5 is 20, so the smallest value will update from 50 to 20. Okay. After updating to 20, again you will go back and update the I value. So I value 6, so 6 less than 7, so this is also true. If this is true, now this time again you will check smallest value. So smallest value is now currently 20, 20 greater than a of I value 6, a of I, that is a of 6 value is 30, so 20 greater than, this is false. If this is false, from here itself, from if itself you can go back and update I value. So I value is 7, so now this time you will check 7 less than 7, 7 less than 7, so 7 less than 7 is false. 7 less than 7 is false. Now if this is false, control will go outside of this loop. Outside of this loop is closed here. So outside the loop is here. So when it is false, now control will come directly outside this. Now outside the loop, you are printing the smallest element is percentile d. So you are printing the smallest element. So the smallest element right now updated is 20. So to print the smallest element is 20. That is how we are printing this. So this is the loop. Okay, these elements are printing earlier. This I have done directly. Okay, so this is the loop and printf statement. These array elements are printed, and then this is the logic for printing the smallest element. We are writing a program to find maximum element in the array. So here also, now in the earlier case, user has taken a static array. Now in this case again user is doing dynamically. Okay, he has declared an array of size 10, and when you declare an array of size 10, immediately memory will be allocated for size 10. So index 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and largest element, user maximum element he want to find. So largest, he declared a variable, and then I is for initialization, n is the total number of elements he want to store. So here user given n value 6, so 6 blocks of memory will be used. So 0 to 5, so these are the blocks we will use. Remaining memory, this is the memory wasted. Now after that, so 6 will be stored in n. After that, user is, because multiple elements you need to read from the user, so user retain a for loop, inside that is scanf. So index 0 to index 5. Okay, so all the elements will be read from the user. So user entered 10, 50, 60. So 10, 50, 60 will be 10, 50, 60, 90, 80, 20. 90, 20 will be stored in the memory. So this is the loop by which the elements are directly stored in the memory. After storing, the user assumption is, now when you are finding the smallest element, user has taken the first element is the smallest. In the similarly largest case also, your assumption is the first element is the largest. So largest value you have taken a of 0. So a of 0 how much? 10. So I am updating the largest value equal to 10 initially. Now after that user has now need to check in that array which is the largest element. Now you are starting from the first index I value 0. So 0 less than that I less than n. So 0 less than n is 6 user entered. So 0 less than 6, that is true. If this is true, control will come inside the for loop. Now you are checking if largest value is 10 less than a of I. A of I means a of 0 because I value 0. So I value 0. So a of 0 value how much? A of 0 is 10. So 10 less than 10, this is false. If this is false, from if itself you go back and update the iterator. So I value now 1 less than 6, you will check the condition. So that is also true. Now earlier this is true, now this is true. I less than 6, that is 1 less than 6, that is true. This is true. Again you will check largest value less than a of I. Largest value currently still 10 less than a of 1. A of 1 value is 50. So 10 less than 50. Yes, this is. If this condition is true, now you will come inside the loop. So inside the condition, okay, if this largest is 10 and a of 1 value is 50. So this condition is true. Because this condition is true, you are coming inside the if condition and you are updating the largest value. Now largest value you are updating a of I value. I value currently 1. A of 1 value you are updating as largest. A of 1 value how much? 50. So 10 updated with 50. That means largest value currently is 50. After updation, from here again you go back and I plus. I value is 2. So 2 less than 6, that is true. Now again if this is true, you will check largest value. Now updated largest value 50 less than the a of I. A of I is currently a of 2. A of 2 is 60. 50 less than 60. Yes, this is true. If this condition is true, if it's true, again you update largest value a of 2. A of 2 value is 60. Now largest value will update it to 50 to 60. Okay. Now after updating, again I plus plus. Now I value 3. 3 less than 6, that is also true. Now if this is true, you will check the condition. If largest value, that is 60 updated, is less than a of 3 value. A of 3 value how much? 90. 60 less than 90. Yes, this. If this is again true, you will again update a of I. So a of 3 value will update to largest. A of 3 value how much? 90. So 60 updated to 90 largest. After updation, again I plus plus. I value 4. 4 less than 6. Again this is true. Now again the largest value updated 90 less than a of 4. A of 4 value how much? 80. So 90 less than 80. False. If this is false, from the condition itself you go back to the iterator and update that loop. So I value 5. So 5 less than 6. This is now because it's true. Now you will check the condition. Largest value, that is updated 90, is less than a of 5 value. A of 5 value, that is 20. So 90 is less than 20. Now this is also false. This is false. Again you go from this condition itself, you go back and update the I value. So now I value 6. 6 less than 6 is false. If this is false, if this condition is false, you will go back. You will directly, the control will be transferred the outside the loop. So by the time you find out the largest element, because no more elements are there. So now you are printing the largest element is, so the largest value is updated, final value is 90. So the largest element is 90, it is displayed. So after displaying the largest value, return 0. Return 0 means the program execution is over. So main function will terminate. So by the time you got the largest element of this array, that is 90. Now in this lecture we have discussed how to read elements and display, and how to work with indexes, how to access particular element in array, or how to store particular elements in array, in index value in array, and how to find some array elements, and how to find average of array elements, to find minimum element in the array and to find maximum element in the array. Thank you.